Hey everybody, welcome back to the Common Sense Dad. So as you remember, this was the towel bar. This area here was where the towel bar was, where we took out a piece of drywall and we put in some 2x6 blocking. So now that we've got everything patched, textured, painted, now what we're going to do is install this towel bar. So stick around, I'm going to show you how to do this to where it's never going to fall out again. All right, so the first thing we need to do is measure from center to center what this towel bar is. So I'm showing 24 inches exactly, so 2 foot exactly. And so now let's go put that measurement up on the wall. All right, so the nice thing about having blocking, we don't have to find a stud anymore. So all we need to do is open up our tape measure to exactly 2 feet and determine where we want to put this. So I'm a little OCD, so what we're going to do is center this on the wall. This wall is exactly 75 inches, so half of 75 is 37 and a half. So I'm going to make my center line at 37 and a half. Which is right there. Okay, so from our center line, what we're going to do is measure 12 inches. So about right there. And then right here. All right, now what I'm going to do is take the level, put the level across. That looks good right there. Make our pencil marks. And now take one of the holders here, and we're going to screw it get it into the wall, semi-tight but not super tight. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go to the other side, except I'm going to show you a little trick that I like to use. We're going to take the level, put the level on top of that one. All right, that's level there. So I know that this piece here is going to go right here. All right. So all I'm trying to do there is just get a good starting point. Now we can take this out and put our piece in it. Oh yeah, you can feel it biting right away into some solid material. All right, I'm going to keep that fairly loose so I can get the level back up on it. All right, so that's level right there. So I know that that piece needs to go right there. So I'm going to hold this piece in while I screw the rest of it. Okay, in tight. And then what we can do is just double check to make sure we're 24 on center, which we should be. Yep, dead on the money. And then let's go ahead and put these bottom screws in. Now we don't want to go too tight, because if you go too tight, then the little set screw won't clamp on. But these aren't going anywhere, trust me. Okay, so now we got our anchors on. Let's go get our handles and get it set. Okay, so each of these handles come with this set screw right here. And what that set screw does is it holds it into that metal bracket. So what we're going to do is loosen that one up to where we can get it on the bracket. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get the set screw in. So I want to get this set screw in as tight as I possibly can. Wow, this one's really kind of giving me a hassle here. Just because my fingers are too fat, I guess. All right. Just a couple more. Okay, that's really tight. All right, so now what we have to do is, let's back the camera up here. Okay, because what we have to do now is put the actual towel bar in and then set it with this one. But before we set it with this one, we're going to loosen up this set screw on this one. Okay, there we go. Now let's get that in. Okay, so it still needs to come out a little bit more. There we go. Now it's in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is set this one. All right. Oh, geez. Okay, so now that's in there nice and tight. Okay, so then I'll just erase my center line there. Okay, and voila, there we go. Nice, sturdy towel bar. Okay. Okay, so now this guy is in here real tight. All right, I can't even move that. There's no wiggling, nothing. So the trick is to really use those deck screws to really suck that bracket in, so that when you put these in, that set screw will set nice and tight underneath there. There's no wobbling, nothing. So hopefully this will last forever. It should. It's never coming out of the wall. The only way that this thing is going to break is if this actual little aluminum rod breaks. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, maybe subscribe, and leave me a comment if you have any questions. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching.